ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste. Mind is the only place where you can convert the coal into a diamond. See, mind has got a mega power. That means the mind is the doer. The body is only a tool. So the mind is the only place where you can convert the coal into diamond. See, what do you mean by that? Now, whatever I tell my mind, and it goes to a kind of a subconscious, then I'm able to do it. Okay, that means the mind is a very powerful instrument, but you have to use it. After all, it is a tool, right? The way in which you are able to handle the tool makes all the difference. Okay. Now, we discuss about the 10th principle, the golden principle. That is, do unto others as you would wish them to do unto you. The next is, the smile. The next one is, put enthusiasm into your work. Now, the third principle is, fill your mind with thoughts of peace, courage, health, hope, and prayer. That means you have to fill your mind. What do you mean by mind? That means you have to have a kind of the positive qualities. What do you mean by positive qualities? All of us know. Okay, the peace, the courage, health, hope, and prayer, and they are all the positive qualities. Now, if you are able to fill your mind with the positive qualities, so that means it will be translated into action. Think. See, the mind is the doer, not the body. The body is the slave. The mind is boss. The moment you think, so I want to do like this, that means the mind creates a kind of endorphins so that you will be able to achieve it. So please understand, the mind is the doer. Okay. Now there is a beautiful sloka in 6th chapter in Bhagavad Gita. Is amazing. See, mind is your friend, and the same mind is your enemy. Now, I know that my mind can be a friend or enemy. So, whether I can be friend or try to make it as an enemy, the choice is only with me. Okay, whether I can make my mind as a friend or a enemy. Okay, it's not with the outside. Okay, now whenever you are discussing with the outside world, okay, there is a kind of so many other dimensions. But here, you are watching your own mind. So you have to understand whether I can make my mind as a friend or a foe. Okay, the choice is with you. For that, the material must be good. That's why I keep on telling fill your mind with thoughts of peace, courage, health, hope, and prayer. So you keep on doing it. Okay, then over a period of time, it got into a kind of a subconscious. So this particular one Bhagavad Gita sloka is beautiful. They say, Uddare Atmanatman. That means, lift yourself. and lower yourself. Don't blame anybody. You are the person. You can make him as a friend or an enemy. You can make the mind as a flower, or the mind can make like a rock. So it is all with us. It is very difficult to understand, but I think you have to practice. So what is the Bhagavad Gita statement says, for a one who has conquered the mind or befriending the mind. Okay, the mind is the best of friends. But for the one who has failed to do so, his very same mind is greatest enemy. Now, it is something like a fire. The fire is a tool. Just imagine, your mind is also a tool. Now, you can use the fire for all the constructive purpose and also the destructive. It all depends upon how you are going to use it. See, the fire is a fire. The fire with me, the fire with you can be totally different. It goes by the attitude of a person. Similarly here, the mind alone can make whether as a friend or a foe. Okay. Then, just it's a beautiful one. The mind, that means it can be angel or a devil. That means if you are able to be friend, okay, the mind will be a great friend, a bandhu, right? And if it is going to be, the mind is very cranky. That means the mind will become a devil. Or they say ripu. In Sanskrit they say bandhu is a friend and ripu is a kind of the enemy. It's all with us. Sometimes the mind will be like a flower. Why? You are able to really get a lot of enthusiasm. You have a lot of positive energy. Then the mind becomes a kind of a flower. You can just, manage without any effort. But if the same mind, if you are not able to handle properly, that means it will become a real problem. That will be the first chatru or the enemy. Okay. So now how can I do that? Now this is a nice analogy. For example, when I say, fill your mind with thoughts of peace, courage, health, hope and prayer, all the five. And all of you know about this particular one. So when I talk about the courage is the first of human qualities. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the other qualities. So what do you mean by that? The courage is the first one. So unless otherwise I have got a courage, I will not be able to do anything. That means I must have the courage. So having the courage, that means I will get so many other qualities. See, I know a lot of people are very knowledgeable. But we ask them to explain or come to the podium, but they will not be able to come to the podium. Why? The lack of courage. Okay, so now when I talk about this particular analogy, that means you keep on, pumping. So all these, peace, courage, health, hope, prayer, like that. So whatever that you want, so you try to find out what exactly you want. Think. You must have a goal. Try to find out what exactly that you want. Then the same thing you keep on, trying to fill your mind. Like the water going into the water tank. Now, suppose if you are pumping the dirty water to the water tank, then what will happen? When you open the tap, you will get only the dirty water. Am I right? Similarly here, if you pump the pure water to the water tank, that means you will get a kind of a pure water when you open the tap? It's very simple. Okay, if you are able to understand this particular one, see that means whatever I am going to do something, that means I will fill my mind with the positive thoughts. Okay, suppose I want to be a great scholar, or I want to be a great musician, or I want to be a great cricket player. Whatever that you want, that means you must keep on telling your mind that, okay, this is what exactly I want. So once you have it, that means if you have the same thought, okay, that means you will get a lot of the positive energy. I always give this example. So just imagine that your head is a water tank, right? They're all very pure water. Then I open my tap, which is the mouth. That means all the water, all the good words will come. Suppose I do the other way. Suppose I keep on giving a lot of dirty thoughts and other things. The moment I open my mouth, I'll get only the dirty thoughts. Okay, that means try to understand that you have to keep on, telling yourself. It is something like a auto-suggestion, self-talk, self-talk. I keep on talking to myself. This is exactly I want. Okay, very good. This is the third principle. Now, let me share my own experience. When I wanted to start the industry at the age of maybe 24 or 25, then I went to my father. So I wanted to start. Okay. And I was in a good job. And my father was totally against. So I was a bachelor. Then my idea of starting the industry is that I got a lot of ideas, but I'm not able to implement when I am working with the other organization. So I want to be on my own. That is the real purpose. Then my father was totally against. He said, you cannot do it. It is not in our blood. Okay, so you can't do it. Then I was trying to really pressurize him. Okay, why don't you allow me to do it? Now I have decided, but I will never start the industry without his blessing. Okay, so having done it, so I wanted to really try to convince him. Then finally, he said, okay, let me take you to one person who is very successful in the business. And if he says, okay, then I think I will consider. Then I said, okay, fine. So I went there. And his friend was very successful in the business. And believe it or not, the way in which he was interacting with me was absolutely negative. And he told me that you got a good salary, right? You cannot even get the same salary when you start the industry. It's not that easy. So he was trying to tell me that you should not really start. Whenever he keeps on telling that you should not start, that means I am getting more encouragement saying that I am going to do it. Because for me, the hope of success is greater than the fear of failure. See, all of us, without any exception, we have the hope of success and the fear of failure. It all depends whether your fear of failure is more or hope of success is more. So at that particular time for me, see, the hope of success was amazing. I said, okay, nobody can stop me. Okay, the moment I came back, my father said, you should not start. Then I just told my father only one thing. See, I am not going to start the industry without your blessings. Okay, but I want to do it. I want to do it. Okay, now why don't you allow me to do it? I'll make sure that I'll succeed. And I also told him only one thing. That means suppose if I am not able to succeed, that means I can get a job. I got the talent. Suppose if I am able to succeed, that means the entire family will be really come up. Then my father was thinking, then he also knows that he cannot stop me because the courage of my conviction was amazing. Then finally he allowed me to do it also. Now why I am giving this particular example is that I kept on telling myself I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Okay, before I did also. So I can give so many examples, but it's one of the examples for you to understand. Similarly here, make sure that you always try to do something. And once you decide to do something, then keep on having a lot of self-talk and also work for this. Take care. All the best. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti